It's a there's a physical component to it, a 6-day break, but we've got a pretty resilient group and they've been through that before. We'll back our people in to make sure we're as well prepared as possible. I don't have too many doubts about the mental side, but we won't know that for sure until Sunday afternoon. No, he's not concussed, but we've got a few corkies we do every week. Steve's was significant, did affect him a little bit towards the end of the third quarter. He seemed to be able to get through it well in the last quarter, so we'd expect him to be okay, but yeah, it's pretty early days, so are we going to be affected because it was a hard game? Probably, but we've got to be able to rise above that. Times we still gave away a few 50s. I think all bar one were technical type 50s, but that's discipline as well, making sure you know the rules and you adhere to them to the letter. It was definitely an improvement, and we know we needed to improve to compete against the best sides. I mean, we don't rest players that are fully fit. We choose not to play players who can't perform somewhere near their maximum level. That was the case with Oren on the weekend, and maybe the case with others this weekend. But it's not a reflection of who we play or even when we play. If players aren't quite right, we're not going to play them. Yeah, a little bit, but Hawthorn had a tall side as well. So I mean, if we had the choice to play Oren, then if he was right to go, we would have played him. McIntosh, Petrie, Goldstein. If Robbie Tarrant comes back, they've got some tall options. So our preferred structure, we're on the record of saying preferred structures: 2 strong key forwards and 2 ruckmen. The draw's unequal. When I look at it, I think they've done a fantastic job of making sure that the top sides play each other twice, and the bottom sides play each other twice, and there's always going to be some in between. I'm certainly not going to complain about the draw, and I don't think anyone else should either. It wasn't actually that knock so much that affected him. He did get a cork earlier in the game, really early actually, that he sort of worked through admirably. We were confident that he could play near his best on the weekend, but I wouldn't be surprised if that affected him a little bit. He said it didn't. He just said he played poorly and he'll bounce back. But yeah, we'd need to monitor all those things, and I guess it's Steve Johnson's cork comes into consideration as well. We do everything we can to make sure that we know they're right, but until they get out there, you're not exactly sure, which is why we have a conservative policy with those sort of issues.
How far away would David Maczynski be at the moment, do you?
Pretty close. He's in virtually full training now, so we don't consider him necessarily an injured player. It's just a matter of getting the required work in so he can sustain the effort at AFL level. It will certainly involve some VFL footy, so you'll have a pretty good heads up as to when he's being considered to AFL footy.
We were saying on the radio Monday that he might play in the VFL in a fortnight. Is that? Yeah, I think it's a chance. Yeah, but we're speculating a little bit. I just don't like to do it because it can be perceived as being dishonest. 2 to 3 weeks is reasonable to expect. Yeah. Marco?
Maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, a little bit longer, but travel will be the same. We would expect that he'd play VFL footy first as well. So if he plays well enough and shows that he's fit and healthy and has the work into him, wouldn't expect that it would be more than 1, but it might be.